Hi, Church. Pastor Jeff here with another Trinity check-in, and it is the week before Christmas. Here we go. Before we get into the check-in, though, I want to say a brief word of thanks to all of you, and I mean that very sincerely. For anybody who hasn't heard, my mother passed away on Thursday. So it's been less than a week now. It is still quite fresh, and I'm not ready to talk publicly about that. But I've gotten so, I know you all prayed for me on Sunday, and I feel it. And I've gotten so many good comments from all of you, and I just want to say a brief word of thank you. Like I say, I'm not quite ready to talk about it publicly. That's going to take a while, as must be with anything that's this big. That said, well, of course, I do have one little thought that I want to share at the end of this video. So I'll make you hang on and wait for it. In the meantime, though, there is nothing in this world, even the biggest tragedy, that can stop Christmas from coming. And I mean that in a deeply theological sense. Christ will come in every way, and Christmas itself, the holiday, will be here in just a few days. I'm here in Spirit Hall right now, as you can see, and things are almost ready for Christmas. We still have one more event to go before we get there, and that is our Blue Christmas service. You know, Christmas is a time when oftentimes we're reminded of loved ones that have passed away in years past. For some, Christmas can be a lonely time, and so this is a special service if you're struggling this Christmas. That's why we call it a Blue Christmas service. So you can see we have everything set for that this evening. Marcia Dunn is going to be leading that. There's things set up on the altar, and communion is going to be part of that service as well. And even if you can't come tonight, we are going to live stream it, but one of the reasons we're live streaming it is so that we'll also have a recording on our website. So if you're feeling fine now, but you find yourself in a bluer place as the week goes on, or even on Christmas morning itself, if you find yourself lonely, you are most welcome to go to our website and stream and watch that service then, and share in communion and all that it brings. It's a good opportunity. So that's tonight at 6:30. Then on Sunday, Christmas Eve is on a Sunday this year, so we talked about what we were going to do for worship and how many services and all that sort of thing. And what we landed on was one morning service, and that morning service will be an Advent service. That's the fourth week of Advent, liturgically speaking, so we're going to have a pretty normal service at 9 o'clock only this Sunday. It's going to include some videos from some of our retired pastors. I asked them to share some of their thoughts on Christmas and why it's important. If any of them had anything special that they'd done over the course of their ministry, to share it with us. And it is a rich trove that I got from them, so that I hope you will come Sunday morning for that. That, however, will not be a Candlelight Christmas Eve services. Those will be in the afternoon and evening at 3, 5, and 7 p.m. Last year, the 4 o'clock service was packed to the gills. It was standing room only at 4 o'clock last year. So we've gone to 3 now, and we'll have 3, 5, and 7. The 3 and 5 o'clock services will have a children's time with Patty. The 7 o'clock service, children are still welcome, of course, but at that service we'll have the choir present, and will be slightly different than the other services. All of them, however, will feature the wonderful candlelight liturgy, where we take the light from the Christ candle on the Advent wreath. You can't quite see it because of the tree, but we'll take that light and we'll pass it around and hold it close to our hearts, and we'll realize that God isn't something far away, but something that comes to us, something that we receive, and something that we do hold close to our hearts, not to mention just the beauty of all the candles glowing in the room. So 3, 5, and 7 for that. I really hope you'll be here, because they're such good services. I hope you'll bring your friends, and for you Trinity regulars, I hope you'll have your welcoming hats on, because we often have so many visitors. Sometimes it's family who's here from out of town, but you know, we have a new apartment complex just down from our church. We've got so many new residents in the neighborhood we've been working hard to invite, so bring your own friends. But no matter what, if you see a face you don't recognize, introduce yourself, and just make sure that this place shows the welcome of Christ and the spirit of Trinity in all that we do. Now, there's another event, though, I should say. Another one, especially if you find yourself with nothing to do on Christmas Eve, or if you have family that are far away and find yourself a little on the lonelier side, or if you just want to come for the heck of it. Sophie Cunningham, our communications coordinator in the office, is going to have an open house from 12 to 2. I hope I have those times right. Look lower in the email and you'll see it for sure. And she's going to have just some refreshments and some time to sit around and talk. And honestly, it's just going to be a good time. It's going to be family for anyone, but especially those who don't have any family around or have it near. So I hope you'll come in between the morning and the 3, 5, and 7 services for that. I am honestly looking forward, even with all that's been going on in my life this week. It is still, even with the constant reminders of grief coming back up that I'm experiencing right now, as most would after the loss of a parent, it's still exciting. It's still exciting that Jesus comes into our life. And in fact, that's what I want to say. That's the connection that I want to draw between what I've been experiencing and Christmas this year. You know, one of the names that we say of Jesus this time of year is Emmanuel. We sing, "O come, Emmanuel." There's a brief chorus, Emmanuel. We hear it everywhere, right? Emmanuel means God with us. God with us. That's what Jesus is, God with us. And I know a lot of people say, what a terrible time of year to lose somebody that you love or to have a tragedy like that. And the truth is, there is no good time. There is no time of the year that would be good for it. And I know that's not what anybody's saying, but I actually happen to think that if it's got to happen, then this is a good season because of that reminder of Emmanuel. Because I will tell you this, in the conversations I've had with friends and with family, in the way I've felt the spirit of love surrounding me since Thursday, it is God with me. It is God with us in a way that I've never experienced before. And that is the spirit of Christmas. So no matter where your life is right now, whether it's joyous or difficult, no matter what's going on in your life, whether it's an ordinary year or an extraordinary one, God is with you. That is what we celebrate, Emmanuel. And don't you forget it. And we are going to celebrate it like crazy come Sunday and, of course, every day. All right, I guess I'm a little passionate this year. So there you go, a little piece for this Wednesday. Once again, come tonight for Blue Christmas at 6:30 or watch it online anytime during the season. We'll have a normal service Sunday morning at 9, an open house from 12 to 2, and then we'll have Candlelight Christmas Eve services at 3, 5, and 7. What are they again? 3, 5, and 7. We will see you then, and I truly look forward to being surrounded by all of you.